Hello everyone and welcome to this video, and today we are finally going to talk about the wing grip, which is a collaboration between SmallRig and AltCine. I know you've been waiting for this for a long time, but it's finally here and it's finished and we can talk about it. The wing grip is designed for people who have a Micro G1 and G2 who really want to travel light. They don't want a big cage, they don't want lots of bits and pieces hanging off of their Micro, they want to keep it small. They might want to go handheld, then go straight back into studio work or car rig and just want something really light. So this is why we designed it. When you look at cages like the Excelsius cage, and we are going to be doing a full review on this cage soon, this cage is absolutely fantastic. I would say it's more geared to people who want to build out a bigger cinema rig, although you can keep it quite small. I would say it's more suited to people who want to build out a big rig, whereas with the wing grip, it's just one simple U-shaped cage that you put on and you can run around with it with no problems. We've got a manual record trigger. So this is an idea what I got from the Mutiny trigger, which is you have to connect it to your Red Komodo via cables and stuff like that, and it's got electronics in. I just thought it'd be nice if we could have like a manual record trigger, and this will come in black as well. We just got the silver one here just for testing and it works great. So let me take you around the cage and tell you exactly what's on there, and then I can start showing you some ways how to build it out. First thing we've got is a NATO rail that goes all the way around the top, all the way from the edge, all the way around the top, down the side, a little bit at the bottom, and then yeah, that's it. We've got also an Arca Swiss mount on here, a mini Arca Swiss, so you don't need to buy an extra tripod mount or anything like that. If you're using it on a small tripod or some sort of drone, or you've got a Ronin RS2 or RS3, you can get that on there. And also you've got 1/4-20s all the way around and 3/8 all the way around as well. So you've got loads of different mounting points on here. So let's get this on the camera now so you can see how to put it on and how it works. So I've got the Micro here, and if you notice on the button, I've got just like a piece of tape here. Now with this button, at the moment the button is not finished because we're going to have this end part, if I can get in there, it's going to be smoothed off. So when it touches the button, it's going to be very smooth and it's going to be covered in rubber at the end there. But we're also going to supply some pads for you just to stick over your button, you know, just to be extra safe. And the way you put this cage on is literally just to slide it on and line up the holes. Let's line up these holes at the bottom. Then we take some 1/4-20 tripod screws. Tighten these up all the way. A small 1/4-20 screw. Throw that in the top. Allen key. And that is it. That is your wing grip attached to your camera. Very small, very discreet, very lightweight, and you've got so many mounting options on here, it's insane. So putting a battery on this now will just work just as normal, and that's pretty much it. You're ready to shoot. Just put your monitor inside your cold shoe and you're ready to shoot. We can also put the expansion pack on here as well, so it works well with the expansion pack. So if you need more mounting options, there you go with your expansion. So if you've got a G2, you can put your SSDs on the side or whatever. If you've got a G1, you can put like different battery packs and stuff like that as well. So there's loads of different mounting options you've got here. And I'll just tell you about the button now. Let me show you how the button works. So you just turn on your camera, and as you can see, the shaft is actually on top of the record button. Let me fix up that focus. The shaft is on top of the record button. So now when I'm running and gunning, it's a small handle, but when you're running and gunning, just hit record and stop. So easy to work with now. No more that reaching down for the button, no more trying to find, where the button is sitting. It's just, yeah, just nice and easy just to hit record now, and then that's it. So this is a spring loaded button. So if I put this up, you can see how it raises. So because it's we've made the spring quite loose so that the button actually pushes it up. So when you hit it, it's just easy to record. And these buttons will be in black as well. They won't be in silver, they'll be in black. But yeah, very easy, very it just makes more sense to have this. And then with the expansion pack, you know, the buttons here, just makes the whole thing easier to control. Now, as I said, you've got Arca Swiss tripod plate at the bottom here. So if you want to go for a small tripod, you can. If you want to go for a bigger tripod, let me turn this camera off for a second. If you want to go for a bigger tripod plate, you can mount those too. So to do that, you will need a 1/4-20 screw, tripod screw that's a bit longer than average, because what it's going to do is it's going to go through the Arca Swiss tripod. This is a DJI one, and then it's going to go directly into the middle hole here. And then you can just get a normal size tripod screw to go into the back of the cage. So that you just put on here, screw it down, and obviously you'll have your other screw there as well, and then just put your 2 screws in, screw them down, and then you've got a full size tripod plate on the bottom. And then let's talk about the NATO rail. So NATO, if you look at this NATO clamp, you can see that the whole back part, it separates from the front part. These are the ones really that you want to work with, because if you get one like this where it's one whole piece, this isn't wide enough to go over the NATO rail here. It won't fit on. We could make some adjustments, but I don't think it's worth it. And I'll show you why it's not worth it in a second. So if you've got one that splits the whole back, then you can just put a handle on here. Let me move that up. You can put a handle straight onto the top of the cage, and that will screw on. Then you can put your monitor on. Or if you've got a handle like mine which can rotate, yeah, just by undoing that screw it can rotate. I can even put a bigger side handle should I need it on my camera. With the handles like this one, what I would suggest you do is to get a slim NATO rail from SmallRig, and then that you can just put on the side. It's not going to mess up your grip, you know, because these are nice and slim. But if you do need to have the bigger handle for some reason, you can use a bigger handle or just keep it small when you're traveling. When you want to put a NATO rail on the top, now for that you will need a slightly longer screw here. And the reason why I say that is because with a NATO rail this size, if you try to put it in both the holes, it's going to hit the record button, the record trigger. So you kind of want to offset it. And to do that, you will need a slightly longer screw. So one will go straight through the NATO rail, straight into the cold shoe, and then the other one will go here. And that will allow you to put a NATO rail on top, and then you can put any type of handle or you know, monitor mount. If you've got a NATO rail, not a NATO clamp monitor mount, you can put that on the top there. So that's it basically. We tried to make this cage or wing grip as functional as possible, because I like to travel light. You know what, you always hear me say that, travel light, travel light, travel light, and this is what we came up with to achieve that. And last thing I'll link one of these down in the comment section as well, because the handle is, you know, nice and slim. It's the same size. The width inside is the same size as the Micro, obviously. So I don't want the cable coming out here because it's going to hit my fingers. And even if I wasn't using this, I hate when cables hang out the side too much. So a nice little adapter like this one just plugs into the side and just keeps everything nice and neat. Then your HDMI cable comes out the back. Now I can just run and gun easy without it getting in the way. I'm gonna be honest, it's not the most comfortable handle. It just depends on what kind of person you are. If you like to travel really light and you want things, you know, easy to use, run and gun, this is the kind of handle that you need. It's, like I said, it's not the most comfortable. There's no rubber or leather or anything on here. But man, this is just absolutely fantastic. So this cage or wing grip is going to retail for about $90 or £90. And the reason why, you might think it's a bit much, but the reason why is because you know, these are made by SmallRig, DreamRig. So they're not in mass production, so the cost is always a bit higher. But I need you guys to let me know in the comments if this is something that you would like to have, because SmallRig need to know if people are interested in this type of wing grip, and they want to see some, you know, some feedback before they go into production of this. So if you can put down in the comments if this is something that you would like to have, then yeah, then we can you know, talk about it. I'll put some measurements down as well so you can see how the inside, how big the inside is and the outside. But yeah, we need to know in the comment section if this is something that you're interested in, and then SmallRig can see, you know, what they can do in terms of getting this out to everyone. And we're hoping that we can get this out really soon, because we've delayed so many products. You know, we need to get these products moving this month. And yeah, this is definitely one of them that people have been waiting for. So again, for around £90, $90, is this something that you would use? Do you see this as being useful for you? And yeah, just make sure you let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. I know it was all a lot of talk, but you know, it was necessary to get this information out to you. Take care, and I will see you on the next one later.